Richard Jefferson has recently spoken out about why he believed Chet Holmgren should have won Rookie of the Year over San Antonio Spurs center Victor Wembanyama, stating some very valid and solid reasonings and explanations for why he believes this, saying things such as if Chet Holmgren was in that position Victor Wembanyama is in San Antonio, he would be putting up the same stats, the same amount of points, the same amount of rebounds, the same amount of blocks as well as Victor Wembanyama was doing, saying he was playing third fiddle to SGA and Jalen Williams, J-Dub here down in OKC, and was still having a fantastic rookie season, one of the best the NBA has seen in recent years, saying that these reasons are why he should have won Rookie of the Year over Victor Wembanyama. We're going to break down recent articles I found talking about this, along with the exact quote that we have from Richard Jefferson, what he said on his little podcast and show when Chet Holmgren came and talked with him. But before we get all that, though, I want to take a moment and recognize that we do have a little Discord channel, the Digest Media Discord channel. As you guys know, it's not just under Digest here. It's companies called Digest Media. We have multiple channels here, such as Raptors Digest, Mavericks Digest, Lakers Digest, Sixers Digest, all these great channels, Celtics Digest as well. And so if you guys are looking to check it out, join the Discord channel, chat with other guys that are fans with of other teams in the NBA, or me, and kind of engage with certain members of our family here at Thunder Digest. We can talk about the Thunder in general, as you can see there, some feedback and ideas for videos. Trade rumors, as Laurie Markkinen is a hot topic right now regarding that. Video discussion where I'll try to post when a new video has dropped here, along with hot takes, and just random stuff as well that you guys are interested. The link for the Discord channel will be in the bio of the video here in the video description. With that out of the way, we can go ahead and get into the video and talk about what Richard Jefferson had to say in a recent article that I found on Sports Illustrated covering the Oklahoma City Thunder. We'll go ahead and cover that right now. The first piece of information that we have here. Okay. I didn't realize it brought that up. That was weird. The Rookie of the Year award was essentially Victor Wembanyama's during the 2023-2024 NBA campaign, as it was written for him as a generational talent on the San Antonio Spurs as the number 1 overall pick. For former number 2 overall pick and Oklahoma City Thunder star center Chet Holmgren, he didn't really stand a chance for the award. After missing his entire first year, Jalen Williams emerged as a potential star, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander proved to be elite and an MVP candidate. Fast forward to last season, Holmgren's first season playing, and he was playing third fiddle to those two essentially. His statistics were lower because of that, and his redshirt season made his rookie season be compared to Wembanyama, another 7-foot-plus unicorn. So going in here, what the article is saying, they're talking about how the reason Chet Holmgren, his stats were lower than Victor Wembanyama's is because he was playing third fiddle to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams on the Oklahoma City Thunder. So, of course, his scoring stats are going to be lower. His, assist stats are going to be lower as well. Like, he's not going to be putting up as insane numbers. Rebound-wise, it's probably going to stay around the same, maybe even assist-wise as well. Blocks, it could have gone up. You never know. He might have drawn more attention defensively. Points-wise, if it was just him, I think he could average 22 points a game as well that Victor Wembanyama did. But it's hard to tell. You never exactly know. However, Victor Wembanyama's game is very similar to Chet Holmgren as well. Their games are very similar. They're great rim protectors. They can handle the ball. They can shoot the ball well. They drive well. They're athletic. Just all around, they're similar. The only thing that Victor Wembanyama has over Chet is height, by around 3 to 4 inches. That's the only thing he really has over Chet when you look at and compare the games. Maybe Victor Wembanyama does certain things at a better rate, a little bit more efficiently than Chet, but they are very similar. People constantly say, we don't see anything like this in the NBA. Victor Wembanyama is the only guy we've seen this. There's only been, this is the only time I've really agreed with Gilbert Arenas and his whole crew is when they say, we've never seen what Victor Wembanyama's done in the league. We have before. If you guys don't remember, Bol, he was something, they bring that up and they're like, Bol was the original guy doing all this, handling and shooting the 3-ball at that kind of height. Bol was doing that before all of them. Oleksiy Pokusevski, all right? He was doing that as well, if you guys remember Poku at all. Chet Holmgren, he does the same thing Victor Wembanyama does, but it's just Victor Wembanyama played in, on national teams on a national scale, whereas Chet Holmgren, he didn't really get recognized until a camp he competed at with Steph Curry. that's when he started getting recognized like, okay, this dude can ball. And Richard Jefferson kind of points this out a little bit as well in the quote that he had here that I'm going to read off here. Still, Richard Jefferson, a former NBA player and now analyst, supported Holmgren, claiming he deserved Rookie of the Year while the Thunder center appeared on his road trip and show. I know the pressure that it comes with when you're on a team that is battling and competing for something every single night. To do that as a rookie in 82, my beliefs were if you would have been on that San Antonio Spurs, the number that you would have put up would have been equally as ridiculous, Jefferson claimed. So he's claiming right here, he's stating that if Victor Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren switch places, both guys would be putting up the same stats that everyone else is doing relatively. Victor Wembanyama's points per game would go down, whereas Chet's points per games would go up because he'd be the number one option on that San Antonio team. Their game is very similar. People don't realize that. The Defensive Player of the Year race is always going to come down between Victor Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren for the next few years because of their size, because they're these unicorns offensively and defensively. Even MVP awards could come down between these two as well if Chet Holmgren develops how we all potentially see him going. All right, we see him as this all-NBA type of player, and everyone in the league kind of is centered around that basis as well, as if Chet Holmgren progresses like we know and he should, he can be an all-NBA type of player and MVP caliber of player. So all the major awards could come down between these two guys, and people tend to forget that. Their games are very similar. They do everything like kind of at the same rate, and they do everything that, they mimic each other on the court. They're mirrors of each other. All right, that's just what it looks like. They're like carbon copies of each other. They're around the same age as well. Victor Wembanyama might be a little bit younger, if I remember correctly, by like a year or so. But those two guys are gonna be faces of the leagues for a while, along with Anthony Edwards and some other guys on other teams. When you're looking at it, it's just one of those things where everyone just forgets. Everyone says Victor Wembanyama. No one's seen what Victor Wembanyama has done in years. We have now for the past 4 or 5 years with certain players. Everyone forgets that. It's just Victor Wembanyama is this freak now who athletically, it's like his height. It's his height is the thing, We don't see 7'4", 7'5" guys usually doing this, but we see 7'2" guys doing this, 7'3" guys. All right, it's just a few inches of difference. That's what it is. And yes, Victor Wembanyama does it at a higher rate than some guys. Chet Holmgren does it at a high and efficient rate as well as the third option. And you look at the stats here, and the last piece of the article that I have that mentions the stats, Holmgren averaged 16.5 points, 8 rebounds, and 2.5 assists and 2.5 blocks per game while playing 82 games during his rookie season. They were impressive considering they contributed to the number 1 seed in the Western Conference en route to 57 wins. Keep in mind, Chet Holmgren, the addition of just Chet Holmgren alone on this team, that was the major addition for the Thunder, added 17 wins. That's what it did. Without Chet Holmgren, do the Thunder even make it to the playoffs, or are they a play-in team? You got to keep that in mind. Wembanyama averaged 21.5 points, 10.5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3.5 blocks per game as he earned 99 first-place votes for the award. The two will forever be compared because they're taller than 7 feet tall and play a unique unicorn brand of basketball. Even without taking home hardware, Holmgren projects to be a star in Oklahoma City while playing a crucial role on a continuing team. I think it meant to say contending team there. But you look at the stats here, just, I'm going to leave it up a little bit. Yeah, the only thing he really has in like he hasn't beaten every statistical category, sure, but it's not by a large margin. Victor Wembanyama is the team in San Antonio. He is the team down there. Keep that in mind. And he's going to take off with Chris Paul. He's going to, that 21.5 points a game is probably going to go up to around, 28 in my guess. 10.5 rebounds, probably stay there around the same. 4 assists, probably stays around the same. And blocks per game might actually go down a bit. And I could see it going down to like 2.5. All right, Chet Holmgren, he was the main enforcer for this Thunder team with blocks per game, but he did get help out on the perimeter. He didn't always have to block shots because he could stay down low in the paint to try to help rebound and being a rim protector, backside rim protector, because we could rely on Shai to get steals. So, of course, his blocks per game is not going to be as high. Victor Wembanyama was the defense down in San Antonio. He was the team. Chet Holmgren didn't have to, just be relied on. But I truly believe what Richard Jefferson was saying is true. If you switch those two, Chet Holmgren would put up 21.5 points a game and 3.5 blocks and 10.5 rebounds. And if you put Victor Wembanyama on this Thunder team, put him in that situation, he'd average around 17 points a game as well. The same stats that Chet Holmgren was putting up. They're very interchangeable. The race between those two is a lot closer than what people realize. People see Victor Wembanyama, this guy that's played on the national scale now, All right, this unicorn, oh my gosh, we've never seen this before. We have. That's the thing that annoys me about it. I'm not trying to diminish on Victor Wembanyama. He's a great player. He's probably got 5 MVPs in his bag and 5 Defensive Players of the Year, for sure. It's just a matter of the fact people say, we've never seen this before in the NBA. We have. Don't over-exaggerate it. Sure, Victor Wembanyama might be the best player we've seen do it, but we've already seen it before. We've already seen it before, and we've seen it with Chet Holmgren in college as well, and also what he's projected to do in OKC. If he never got injured that first year, he would have won Rookie of the Year that year. And there's a silver lining to it as well. If Chet Holmgren never got injured, would we have ever realized J-Dub could be as big of a star as he could be? You also got to keep that in mind. Could we ever realize, okay, Jalen Williams can play if Chet Holmgren never got hurt and Jalen Williams was our main rookie that season? There is silver linings to this and things you have to keep in mind. All right, so it can be a blessing and a curse at the same time that Victor Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren ended up playing in the same rookie year, competing for the award, and Chet Holmgren didn't win Rookie of the Year, and I'm not concerned about that because they're no longer rookies anymore. They're no longer rookies, so I'm not necessarily worried about it. I did find it interesting, though, what Richard Jefferson had to say. Kind of, in his comparison, it kind of makes it seem like he thinks they're equal as players. That's what it made it seem like to me. I don't want to be taken out of context. That's what you guys can leave me, down low in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys personally think Richard Jefferson was saying by that. If you guys agree with this, if you disagree, I know. Because, I do think Victor Wembanyama is going to be a great player, and he's going to be in the GOAT conversation for sure. It's just one of those things where you kind of have to realize Victor Wembanyama is not the only guy doing this in the league. Chet Holmgren has the same exact skill set. It's just he was already starting off on a contending team, whereas Victor Wembanyama was the team himself. So that's all I got for this video. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys, what you guys kind of got from what Richard Jefferson was saying about this, saying that, because to me, it seems like he was saying they're equals. You can let me know what you guys personally think he was saying by that down in the comment section below. And like I mentioned, if you guys stayed this whole time, all right, we have that Discord channel. It'd mean the world to me if you guys could join. That way you can chat with me, chat with other members of the Thunder Digest family, and just Digest Media family in general as well. The link to join will be in the video description. With that out of the way, see you guys in the next video.